got a new listing that launched last week in Talbot, and I had a buyer who called me directly about going to see the home. And I was already booked for the next day, which is when he wanted to go. So I had another agent in my office that works with some of my buyers. She met him at the house that morning to show it to him. And he was not real pleased that I was not the agent there because he didn't want to work with a buyer's agent. He only wanted to work with listing agents. Something about he didn't feel it was right for the buyer's agent to make money, and he felt like he would get a better deal by dealing directly with the listing agent. So the agent that went in my place explained to him why you want your own agent, that the listing agent, my loyalty is to the seller. That's who I represent. So I am not going to be advocating for that buyer to help them get the best deal on that house. I'm advocating for the seller to help them sell it for the most amount of money. So even though this agent went through a very detailed explanation with this buyer, he was still dead set that he did not want a buyer's agent. He was going to call around, he was going to call listing agents. And so the purpose in telling you this is to let you know you're not going to get the best deal when you call the listing agent. I am never going to write an offer on my own residential listing. The liability that that puts on me is tremendous. And that makes you an unrepresented buyer. And that means you can sue me at any point if you feel like, well, she didn't work with me to help me get the best deal on that home. Of course I didn't. I didn't represent you. I represented the seller. It also opens me up to the liability that then the seller turns around and sues me because I told them I was their exclusive agent. I worked for them in their best interest, but yet here I am writing the offer for a buyer. And even though the box was checked that it was unrepresented, maybe they felt I negotiated too hard for that buyer. It's a very thin line, and I don't try to walk it, I don't cross it. I represent the seller. If you want to look at one of my listings, I'll be happy to show it to you, but you will have a buyer's agent who writes that offer for you. The best thing I can tell you is to interview a couple of buyer's agents just like you would if you were listing a home to sell. Talk to a few agents, see who you click with, see what their reviews are on Google or Facebook or Zillow, wherever you want to look. But find someone that you're comfortable with and someone that you know is going to work on your behalf to help you get the best deal on your house.